and punched him, which sent Jack into the canal where he tragically drowned. Once again, I am requesting to speak to Jack if Jack is around us. Cassiobori Park. Ayo, before we jump into the story segment, I have to say something. While researching Cassiobori Park, I was focusing on one specific person, which is Arthur Capel, or Capel. I don't really know the exact name and pronunciation, so my bad. But for the actual investigation, due to me recording on a Sunday, the park was filled with people, so I couldn't really do a proper investigation. And due to some time constraints, I also had to do it during the daytime. But to my surprise, after editing the video, which at first I thought was a failed investigation, it turns out that we actually got some pretty interesting, you name it, evidence, things, coincidences, I don't know, but it was actually a pretty good investigation all in all. So with this being said, I'm gonna roll the video, and I do want to apologize if there's any conflicting information. As I said, I don't really have a lot of time on my hands to fully polish the video, but you'll still get what I mean in a bit. So enjoy. Located in Watford near London, is supposedly one of the most haunted parks in the area. What once used to be the family seat of the Earls of Essex is now a seemingly normal park. However, it just seems like a normal park. There are countless stories of people spotting headless ghosts and even getting chased by the spirits themselves. The Cassiobori house was demolished in 1927, and it is said that one of its occupants continues to haunt the location. One of these ghosts was Arthur Capel, who fought for the Royalists during the Civil War but was later arrested by the parliamentarians and beheaded in 1649. Supposedly, and I quote, "If you should be passing through the park on a moonlit night in March, keep an eye out for his headless ghost wandering the park on the anniversary of his death, which is the 9th of March. We are currently in June, or at least at the time of me recording, so I'm not gonna wait a year just to test this out. As I said, Cassiobori is supposedly one of the most haunted parks in this area, specifically the London area. I decided that I should give it a shot and see if there's actually any truth to all of these claims. Now, there's actual video proof of one of the ghosts from Cassiobori Park, but if you actually look at the video with both of your eyes open, you can tell that it's a simple lens flare. I guess we can easily discard this evidence. So without any further ado, let's go to Cassiobori Park. Alright, so due to some time constraints, we can only come during the day, so sadly this video is gonna be shot throughout the day. No night vision, no nothing extremely spooky ambience wise. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do, so let's begin. As you may have noticed from the cinematic shots, there are specifically two bridges in question when it comes to the passing away of a certain person named Jack. Now, there is no information regarding which of these two bridges is the one in question, the actual bridge where it took place. However, the story goes like this. The canal itself is supposedly haunted by the ghost of Jack Cassiobori. The story goes that Jack, a black man, was a servant to a wealthy white woman whose address was located beside the canal. She would regularly force an extremely reluctant Jack into bullying any barge travelers if they dared to attempt to pass through Iron Bridge Lock. One day, poor Jack was sent out on orders to make life difficult for one particular traveler, except the man took exception to Jack's attempts and punched him, which sent Jack into the canal where he tragically drowned. Technically, the whole canal, which the bridges are above, is supposed to be haunted. Now, for people purposes, we are going to be staying to this specific spot because, as you may have noticed from this footage, the park is filled with people and it's a Sunday, meaning people come out to the park and have fun. So this is a rare spot where it's remotely quiet, so we can kind of conduct an investigation. And as I said, there will be no night vision, no spooky ghost hunting vibes necessarily in this video, so we're going to be making do with the tools that we have. Okay, so first of all, it's windy, it's going to be a pain in the ass, but hopefully you can still make out what I'm saying. For our first tool, I'm going to be using the K2 EMF meter to pick up, electromagnetic frequencies and see if there's something around us. And I can also hear the ghost tube, which is basically an SLS camera going crazy, but it's most likely false negatives because of the trees and the leaves and everything. But back to the K2. To make sure that we are not interfering with the actual tool, I suppose, we've put everything on airplane mode, so there should be zero EMF as in contamination. So let's turn it on and let's begin. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna introduce myself because it's a common courtesy to do this whenever you're investigating a supposedly haunted place. My name is Alex and I come from Romania, if you've ever heard of it. I'm not sure exactly when you passed away, and right now I'm talking to Jack, the person who was supposedly thrown off the bridge, which my condolences to you. If you're willing to communicate with me, or if you're not Jack, if you happen to be a wandering spirit, there's this object in my hand which lights up when you get close to it. If you have any energy, you could put it into this device and make it light up and let us know that you're here and that I'm not talking by myself. So I'm gonna give you some time to process what I said, and hopefully you can make this light up even more. You can take your time, but not too long, because I'm not gonna be here for too long. So I'm just gonna put this one away, something like this. Hopefully the camera can see it properly. Maybe it's gonna do something. I also picked up something recently. This something is the SBox, which is your regular spirit box, but it's cool. So we're gonna give that a go, and who knows what's gonna happen. So let's have some fun with the SBox.
SBox, scanning, SM.
Hi once again. My name is Alex. Sorry if I interrupted you, but you know, people passing by, it's a tad awkward to communicate with the dead. If you want to say something to us. Good afternoon. Once again, I am requesting to speak to Jack, if Jack is around us. Okay, so this was on FM mode. I'm gonna give it a try on AM mode, see if it does anything. Is anyone around with us? Is Jack here? Sadly, it seems like we're picking up normal radio frequencies, and just to let you know, the spirit box is supposed to work in a way that you're supposed to be getting phrases or words or sounds in between the scans, so those technically shouldn't be, you know, radio sounds, but it seems like whoever is here doesn't want to use this to communicate. We have another device that we can use, which is our phones. In this case, I'm gonna be using the GhostTube app, which I'm highly skeptical about because it supposedly has a dictionary, so kind of like an Ovilus, but on a phone. Once again, Jack, my name is Alex. If you want to talk to us, if you want to interact with us, we have quite a few tools and objects that you can interact with, that you can put your energy into. You can allow us to communicate with you if you're willing to do so. This specific device should allow you to use words directly. Who knows, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I'm gonna ask some questions, and if you want to answer them, that's perfectly fine. If you don't, then that's also perfectly fine. First of all, are you here with us? Can you give us a sign? Can you say something? Anything? Try to put your energy into this device that I'm holding. Am I not talking to Jack? Am I talking to a different spirit? Yes, I know the video ended quite abruptly. As I said, there were a lot of people just walking around and interrupting us, but then again, I was the one recording in public and I didn't want to be that guy that just records in public and, you know, doesn't care about anyone else. Plus, it felt really awkward to keep stopping and picking it up again and so on, and, you know, it's a bit annoying. But regardless, while recording, I barely even understood what the spirit box said. Like, most of the time. But listening back to the footage with headphones and, you know, being able to replay certain segments really made a big difference. I'm not gonna say that everything that you've seen subtitled is exactly what the Spirit Box said, because after all, it is, you know, auditory pareidolia, if that's how even you pronounce the name. Look it up, but some of them are a bit too interesting to discard as just, you know, oh, I think I've heard this. Even so, pretty interesting. But yeah, this was it with the Castleberry Park investigation. As far as I know, I'm the only person who's done a video investigation, because I know there are, you know, paranormal groups based in Watford or like the area around Watford who've come and done paranormal investigations here, but no one, as far as I know, has done a proper video about it and, you know, put it on YouTube. So I guess it's nice that I'm the first to do so. Now, for the upcoming videos, because this one, as much as I actually, you know, am satisfied with the results and everything, it was mostly a test to see how I could make them, how everything would look, given that I have the devices now and everything, compared to the Hoyabachi one, where that was a bit more of a travel-ish, explore-ish video with some ghost hunting elements. You know, I'm gonna go back to Hoyabachi really soon with the new gear, so keep an eye out for that. And about that, I'm actually gonna go on a travel spree-ish in Romania in a few weeks, maybe in a couple of months, to do proper ghost hunting videos. So I decided to make this video as some sort of a thank you for waiting, here's something, and the real thing is gonna come real soon. But yeah, it was your boy Alex for now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.